Democracy in Africa is the thrust of this one-day summit in Abuja. President Bola Tinubu is represented by Vice President Kashim Shettima at the event, which has dignitaries from all walks of life, including former President Olusegun Obasanjo.
I bring you warm greetings.
Between 2019 and 2023, Africa has witnessed at least 11 coups, and this wave of military putches raises the question of how well Africa has fared with democracy.
These challenges or failures manifest in the inability to promote credible elections, inclusiveness, improved prosperity, and meaningful transformation and stability on the continent.
Today, the people of West Africa paint a clear picture of a gathering crisis. Strong men and authoritarian governments are gaining power, and civilian rulers, civil society leaders, and human rights advocates are being silenced as they sound the alarm.
For former President Obasanjo, democracy will be effective if built on good leadership, strong institutions, the rule of law, and people-centered governance.
Hope is the oxygen of democracy. And if you lose hope, then your democracy is dying. And what we find is that our youth particularly are losing hope and interest in democracy. And we have to do something about that.
He calls for a contextual democracy that addresses the peculiarities of Africans.
The rethinking of liberal democracy should be focused on Africanizing a universal political system based on African realities and peculiarities. The context and the content must be interrogated, suitably and appropriately placed to serve our purpose.
President Bola Tinubu, speaking through his vice, says democracy is better than the military rule, as he advocates the revitalization of regional communities in Africa to bolster trade and integration.
Today we have recorded 25 years of unbroken democratic governance. We have learned through bitter experience that the cure for bad democratic governance is more democracy. As one of our most profound intellectuals, the late Professor Claude Ake, once famously opined that people must learn to become their own political messiahs from bad governance. This can only be done through the instrumentality of democracy.
The takeaway from this summit is that for democracy to have impact in Africa, and Nigeria in particular, leaders must emerge through a free, fair, and credible election that reflects the people's will. Emperor Simon, Channels Television News.